Hello and welcome to Extra Connections. I'm James Lott Jr. of JLJ Media, and I'm normally in Los Angeles, you know, but she's in Los Angeles, but this time I'm in San Francisco on assignment. My background, do I look smart, people? Do I look smart? Lots of books. The behind me. She is a multi-hyphenate that does a lot of stuff, which we're going to talk about, but the main thing we're going to talk about is her film that she, co-wrote, produced, and stars in. It's called Duchess, and it's out tomorrow, August 9th, as we're doing this. We're talking about that. She's also going to be a controversial figure in a movie called The Juice next year. It's about that. And the name Scarlett, for me, it's my granddaughter's name. For her, it's something else. So we're going to talk about all of that with Miss Charlotte Kirks. Hi, Charlotte.
Hello, thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. My granddaughter's name is Scarlett, actually, but it's with one T. It's with one T.
Well, Scarlett, one of my favorite movies growing up was Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara. So that's why Scarlett is, Duchess is called Scarlett.
Yes, which I love. As I say, I love that. It's so funny.
It's a beautiful name. Mm-hmm.
My granddaughter's middle name is Vivian because of Gone with the Wind. She's Vivian.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Vinley.
Yes. So I mean, so first of all, it's the day before release of a project. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's kind of been quite a whirlwind, really. We had the premiere not last night, the night before, which was absolutely great. It was just so nice watching the film with an audience. You know, that's like the most rewarding part, like seeing it on the big screen and getting the reaction from the audience. It was awesome. So yeah, this week's kind of been like a blur of just talking to amazing people and just trying to get the film out there. But so far it's been really good. Like people are responding very well to the trailer and the clips and everything that we've been putting out there. So I'm very excited.
I want folks to know at home that I was invited to the premiere a couple nights ago, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I would have went if I was there. I would have saw you in person, give you a big hug. But I was actually so. I want people to know that I wanted to come. I wanted to see. I wanted to come to the premiere. That was there. But you co-wrote it with Neil Marshall,
Mhm.
and it's released by Saban Films. So tell people at home, without giving away too many spoilers, what is this movie about?
The movie is about, so it's a British gangster movie. So it was inspired by some of the great gangster movies, Scarface, Goodfellas, Casino, all the greats. And me and my co-writer director was sitting there one day, and we'd done two movies previous to this. We produced together, which was The Reckoning and The Lair. One was a horror, and one was an action sci-fi. And we were like, so what do we want to do next? And then we said, well, why don't we do a gangster movie? Like, I haven't seen a good gangster movie in a long time, apart from like the classics that I just mentioned. Or why don't we do a gangster movie with a woman boss? Like, I haven't seen that before. That's pretty cool. Exactly. So that's kind of how the idea came about. And it's kind of like a My Fair Lady story. It's about a girl in her fish tank, small world, who basically falls in love with, kind of the first half of the film plays like a love story. But she falls in love with a criminal gangster boss. I don't want to give anything away. A lot of stuff happens, and she ends up taking power and taking control of the organization. It's also a revenge film as much as it is a gangster film and an action film.
We don't see enough female bosses. There are gangster bosses that were out there in real life. I mean, they're like
Yeah.
boys. So there are out there. So it's very cool that you chose to pick this topic.
Yes. I think it's a lot of fun, and we wanted to also have a different spin on it, right? Because a lot of these gangster movies are usually drugs or weapons, and we were like, well, let's do something different. It's been done to death. It was originally going to be set in Mexico with a drug cartel. I said, well, that's been done to death. Let's do something different. So it's actually about diamonds. It's kind of got a blood diamond vibe to it. Yeah, so it's really about the underworld of gangsters and mafia in the diamond industry. And again, another fresh take on it.
Why do you think you and Neil work well together?
I think it's a great balance and contrast because he's obviously an editor and director, and I am an actor and a producer. So I think we come at it as a very good balance. We bring different things to the table. So I think, I come at it like as an actor, and he comes at it like a director, and then it's a great contrast, great balance.
Yeah. But so how's it been for you adding writer to this? I mean, like, I get producer is one thing, actress
Yeah.
obviously another thing, but adding writing to it.
Oh, incredible! I love it because it's so nice to see a project from the germ of an idea, which is obviously coming up with the story and writing it, and then seeing it through to producing it to the very end. So it just makes that whole experience just a lot more personal and a lot of
No, I get it. From the germ of an idea to seeing it through. Plus,
yeah.
you get to write great scenes, co-write great scenes.
Yes, and also as an actor, it is a great vehicle. I was working as an actor before I was producing and writing, and good scripts are hard to find. Good scripts with female characters are even more hard to find. So that's why I was like, there's certain roles I really want to play, and then I'm out there, so I'm going to create them myself.
Yeah, that's something nowadays that you have to do. We kind of have to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to
we do.
multi-hyphenate nowadays to do that.
Absolutely.
So that's great. But so when the film comes out that you are a co-producer on, a co-writer on, I always feel like you're giving birth to something. So it's like, I mean, obviously giving birth in real life much harder. I'm just saying that you're still sharing an idea. So how do you, in this business, you've been in business for a while, how do you reconcile, like, putting it out there, it's going to be received however? How do you handle that?
I don't read reviews. I don't think a lot of actors read reviews. I think it's a lot of noise and people that don't understand filmmaking. And a lot of these reviewers aren't even filmmakers. So I don't, if it was Spielberg giving me advice, I would probably listen. But if it's someone that's never made a film before, then I'm really not interested. Yeah. So I just really focus on what's important, which is obviously, the film and the people that were involved and the audience, really. The audience are the people that matter to me. So I just try and focus on that and cut out all the noise and the reviewers and whatever it is, because there's a lot of politics in this industry, as you know.
Yes, I like that. Yeah, if Spielberg tells you something, Scorsese tells you something, that's different.
I'll listen. Exactly. I'll listen. Absolutely. If it's a legend, absolutely I'll listen. But if it's someone that's never made a film before in their life and they just criticize others, then I'm not going to listen.
Also, I mean, let's be really honest. You see a woman as a lead and all of a sudden they don't even get to the film. They're just like, it's a woman lead. Oh my God,
Exactly. And I feel like a lot of commercial films,
the films.
And also, I feel like a lot of critics like particular kind of films, art house films and dramas, which I love, but usually the big commercial action, sci-fi, horror films they're not that into. Or also, as you just said, they just look at it, female action. Oh, well, that shouldn't be a female. No, that's wrong. And then they don't even watch the movie. So I haven't got time for that.
Nobody does, girl. Nobody does.
Exactly.
No. So that's coming out. So we're going to make sure people go see that. But also in 2025, you're playing the late Nicole Brown Simpson in the
yes.
I don't know where to begin. I'm just kind of like, that's.
I know. Well, so we've shot half the movie already. Half the movie is Nicole and OJ in flashbacks. I shot that with the great Boris Kojo, who's playing OJ.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then obviously the strikes happened and COVID happened, so we're hoping to finish the rest next year. So it's been a tough shoot, but yeah, that role has been obviously one of my most challenging roles yet. I mean, talk about responsibility of getting that role right.
Woo. Yeah. Have you talked to her sisters? Have you met the family at all or anything?
No, we haven't spoken to the sisters or anything to the family. We want to be as respectful as possible. When OJ was alive, he wanted to meet me in prison, which I never had a chance to do. I was in the UK at the time. Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy.
Wow. I wonder
I
what he
know.
said to you. That's so it's very interesting. Wow, he probably liked
I
you.
know.
So playing a real person though, what are there any different kind of thoughts you do first going into the role?
I was playing a real person. I watched as much material on them as possible, but again, not to try and mimic them. It's very important. You've got to have your own interpretation, but then you don't want to be too far off either. So it's that fine balance as well. Kind of like any role you play, you want to have that. You don't want to go over the top. You don't want to underplay it. It's finding that balance.
Yeah.
So yeah, as much research as possible. If I can watch them, read about them, anything about their life really.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. And Boris Kojo, of course, I mean, just a dream. So, I mean, number one, that's
Yeah, no, he was great. He was great. And after Duchess, I literally just finished filming with a completely different film with Dolph Lundgren and Michael J. White.
what?
I know that's coming out next year. I'm so excited about that. It's called Fight or Flight, and it's really really cool. I was like, after playing Duchess, a badass gangster, I can hold myself with the great Michael J. White and Dolph Lundgren. I've got this.
Wait, so is it a martial arts film? Is it a action film? I mean,
It's definitely an action film. Yeah, so it's like kind of a Dolph basically is the number one hitman, which is obviously totally believable. And then I'm his mark. We end up falling in love, and then we go on the run together because he didn't finish the job off by obviously killing his mark. And then the number two hitman in the world comes after us, so we're kind of on the run together. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun.
good. And I mean, Dolph is a legend. I mean, he's a legend.
He's a legend. He's an absolute pleasure to work with, and so was Michael. Amazing, amazing.
Well, you're both great. I'm excited to hear that. I'm excited about that one too. I mean, why do you think? Because this business is tough. Why do you think you're booked and busy? Like I mean, because we did have a strike. We had strikes. We had COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think you're working?
I think you just gotta, like, I always say this, you've just got to do it. Like if there's strikes, COVID, whatever, like you've just got to make it happen and do it. Like, during COVID, I was lucky and I was like, okay, well, me and Neil went off and made our own film. Obviously we were allowed to, we had COVID restrictions, but we did it. Like, I just feel like come what may, whatever obstacles, just do it. Because I believe work gets work. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's a student film, a commercial, a short film, work does get work. You meet people and you connect and then you get on to the next job and the next job. So that's always my advice. And that's what I do.
I love that work gets work. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I believe I go the same way. I believe. People say, you're always got things going on. Well, I always have things going on. But you just kind of, like you said, it's a bridge.
Exactly.
Keep crossing the bridge and building the bridge. It keeps going. I love that. Also, you sing.
Yes, more of a hobby. No, I did like a couple of music videos back in the day, but it's fun, but it's not something that I'm like totally focused on or anything like acting. It's.
But I mean, you've got a couple projects where you were asked to sing. So what is
that was cool.
So what is that like?
One of my first films with Stephen Baldwin, I did the end credits song that was really, really cool. And it was a comedy, slapstick, fast comedy. That was really, really cool. So, that's called No Panic with a Hint of Hysteria. So I did the end credits for that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. I mean, again, it's your resume. You have like a song out there.
Exactly. We'll throw it out there.
So, folks, the film is called Duchess, and it's out tomorrow, August 9th, everywhere. Go, run, don't walk, run and go see it. Let's make Charlotte happy and let's do it. You're a pleasure, Charlotte. Anytime.
Oh, thank you.
Any projects.
Thank you so much. No, I'd love to. And I think that, with Duchess, someone said at the premiere, they said if Quentin Tarantino and Guy Ritchie had a love baby, this would be it, Duchess, because it's definitely, it's got a lock, stock, smoking vibe. It's got Pulp Fiction vibe to it. It's really, really cool. It's fresh. It's not your run of the mill, vanilla kind of film. It's out there. It's out there.
And if they want to talk to you online, can they? Are you on social media?
Yes, absolutely. I'm on Instagram, Charlotte Kirk Official, and I'm on Facebook as well. Same. So I'm out there.
I'll make sure I go follow. Everybody, Duchess is the movie. Charlotte Kirks is the magical person. I'm James Lott Jr. X Connections is on every social media platform, of course, you can think of. And we will talk to you next time.
Most definitely. Thank you.